President Biden has had a busy day on both the foreign and domestic fronts, hosting Israel's president amid news of U.S. strikes on Iranian-backed militia targets. While on Capitol Hill, there's positive movement toward an infrastructure bill. Alice Barr has the very latest from D.C.
President Biden today trying to save an infrastructure deal while also balancing foreign policy challenges. The president meeting with Israel's president as the two nations reset their relationship under new leaders. It comes amid new tensions in the Middle East after a series of U.S. airstrikes against Iran-backed militia targets in Iraq and Syria.
These strikes are designed to limit the risk of escalation.
The Pentagon calling the attacks a defensive response to recent drone strikes against American and allied personnel, while at the same time the Biden administration is seeking to restart talks over the Iran nuclear deal.
I think it's important for the president to continue to move forward to see if we can't make progress, because an Iran with a nuclear weapon is much more dangerous.
On the home front, President Biden trying to get a bipartisan infrastructure deal back on track after an unforced error had Republicans threatening to walk away. The president walking back comments that he wouldn't sign the bipartisan bill unless it's paired with another larger spending plan that only Democrats support. The White House calling it a clarification and insisting he never intended to threaten a veto. While some Democrats want to fight, Republicans are holding their ground.
I'd like to see us get there, and I do think the only way we can get there is to de-link the two issues.
The president also facing pressure from the left as progressives rally outside the White House, pushing for infrastructure to include more climate priorities.
President Biden said he remains committed to both the bipartisan infrastructure plan and the broader effort addressing social priorities like education, child care, and elder care. The U.S. Supreme Court will not take up the issue of whether schools must allow students to use the bathroom that match their gender identities. The case stems from a Virginia transgender student who was denied access to the boys' bathroom. The school board asked the High Court to uphold a policy struck down by lower courts that prohibits transgender students from using school bathrooms that correspond with their gender identity. The order denying the review means the student's victory in the appeals court remains intact. Remember when you were told to stay with the same COVID vaccine? Next on Valley News Live at 5, new research says with some of them, you might be able to mix and match.